Hi guys, so in today's video I wanted to show you what I have for my first aid kit for a bunny. So for me it's Snowball, and there are a few things I keep in there just in case I need them, in case there's an injury or something happens to Snowball. She maybe is feeling unwell, under the weather, any of those things. I like to keep on hand just in case. So I keep all my first aid kit in this kind of storage basket, which I got from a pound shop for £1. So honestly they're quite cheap. You can get a different one if you wish. I just got this one because it was a good size for me, but you can probably get some on Amazon and other shops as well. And so I'm going to move on to things I do have in this basket. Now, one thing I do have as part of my first aid kit, but I don't keep in this basket, just pop this aside, is this critical care food, which I keep in the freezer to keep it in date. I haven't used it yet, which, you know, it's quite a good time. That means Snow was well and she didn't need it, but I do keep it. It's not exactly cheap. I got it on Amazon for about £19, so it's not cheap, but it is a good thing to have. And the one thing that I'm going to mention, do not feed your bunny this unless your vet tells you to do so. That's because it may do more bad than good if you force feed critical care. It should only be done at the last resort when your bunny is not eating anything else. It's just special food in case they're not eating and they need nutrition in them, so you would have to force feed them using a syringe. So I think you just put a few tablespoons of this and mix it with water, and then you would force feed it to your bunny via syringe. Now I have this hot water bottle here, which I just found. It was just in my house, so I decided to use it as part of my first aid kit for Snowball. And this is just, you know, a standard hot water bottle with this kind of material cover to keep it nice and cozy. So I use this for when bunny's temperature drops below 38 degrees Celsius, and when it does drop below that temperature it could be fatal. And this is just one of the things you can use to keep them nice and warm. It's especially good when your bunny is going through GI stasis, because usually their temperature drops when they do go through GI stasis. So it's a good idea to have it on hand, so you can just fill up with hot water, place it near them to keep them nice and warm, and also to try to raise that temperature up a little bit. You can also use heat pads. I don't have a heat pad, I just prefer hot water bottle. Or you can use some blankets as well, warm blankets, or any rice, you know, one of those rice bags that you can put in the microwave, and then it acts as a hot water bottle as well. So any of those things is a good thing to have in your first aid kit, like I said, in case the temperature does drop. The next thing I wanted to talk about is Infocol gas relief simethicone drops, and all it is just, it's used for babies when they have some wind in the tummy and they're quite uncomfortable, they cry all the time. And when your bunny is going through GI stasis, they kind of get the same feeling, this uncomfortable, uneasy feeling in their tummy, and it is kind of, you know, painful as well. So obviously they can't cry like babies, but they get the same kind of reaction and symptom from it. So I just have this, it's just pure simethicone, 40 milligrams per mil of oral suspension, and I got this from, I think it was Boots or Superdrug. You can also get it from Amazon, but it was a bit more expensive on Amazon. So there's other similar brands as well that you can buy. As long as it's pure simethicone like this one, it's fine. It's the same thing, just different brand, but essentially the same thing. I think Infocol is actually quite a popular brand in the UK. It's one of the most popular brands. So I got this one, it's the best known. So this one has this dropper thing here, as you can see. It only has 0.5 thing, so this whole thing is 0.5. And what I wanted to do as well is to write down the dosage on there. I just got a little post-it and sellotaped it around the thing, and I just wrote down the actual dosage, so in case you'll have to use it and then you don't have any stressing out and you kind of forget, oh, how much I have to use. And instead of wasting time looking it up on Google, I just did it just so it's there, so I don't have to waste time looking it up again. It does not replace proper vet care. Don't forget that. This is just to relieve a bit of the symptoms, to make them a bit more comfortable before they get seen. But it does not cure GI stasis in itself. The other thing I do keep in here as well is a bit of grooming supplies. So it might seem a bit odd. This is just a pint glass. I use this to clean Snowball's scent gland. So what you want to do is kind of fill it halfway and with warm water, and you can use those. I've got some cotton pads, so these, and I also have some cotton buds. All you do is just kind of dip either the cotton pad. It's good to use the cotton pad for the outside of the scent gland. If you want to go deeper to clean that deeper bits, it's good to use the cotton buds, and you just kind of put a little bit of water, so you soak it from the cup. So you put some warm water in there, you soak the cotton bud or cotton pad into it, and then you get it a bit soaked, it's nice and moist, and then you just clean the scent glands with it like that. I also keep my grooming brushes, just because I like to keep it all together. Nail clippers I keep in as well. Not really first aid kit, but it's just a grooming supply I keep. Okay, I've never actually used it, but it's a flexible cohesive bandage. Which is one of the ones that I got from Amazon. I thought it might be useful when, let's say, your bunny gets a cut that is quite minor and you kind of need to keep it intact, or they maybe, I don't know, they pull a muscle or something, so you want to keep it maybe nice and firm, so you wrap it around the cut or the injury until they get seen again by the vet, and that maybe makes it more stabilized. Again, it wasn't expensive, it was a couple of quids. So this is antiseptic and antibacterial Brulidine cream. So it just says it's dipropamidine isentonate. Can't really pronounce it. It's got a scientific name as well, which is 0.15% of this. But it's just essentially antiseptic and antibacterial cream, like I said. Also go on Amazon. I'm going to try to link all the things I got online down below so you can check them out as well. But this is good if, like I said, if your bunny gets a cut, then you can put some on there, and to make sure they don't lick it off, because it can be harmful. You can use the bandage to wrap it, so that way it kind of stays in place. They can't pick on it, they can't lick it off. 3 ml, 5 ml or 1 ml, and these are great when you have to give your bunny medication. Normally, if you do have to give a medication, vet will also give you those syringes to take home. But I also keep some of them. I bought some of them so that I can maybe sometimes give them water in case they're not drinking. Again, critical care is good for critical care. Any medication, but yeah, I think I would probably mostly use it for water, to draw up some water so I can offer it to them when I see they're not willingly drinking from the bowl. It's also good to take syringe with you if you're going with your bunny on a road trip or you're taking them somewhere. And because bunnies do get stressed in the car, they refuse to drink. Even if you make a stop and offer them the water from the bowl, they might still not drink it because they're still stressed. So this might be a good way for you to try to get the water into them to prevent the dehydration. And the last two things I want to show you guys is, so I've got this just normal digital thermometer. You can get it from any pharmacy, or you can even get it online. I think I actually did get it online from Amazon. But yeah, it's just digital thermometer, so you can take bunny's temperature in case you do suspect they're not feeling well. And it comes with this nice, like most digital thermometers do, in this nice plastic case with the lid. There you go. And what else I actually did as well, let me just put that back so you can guys see better. I also, like I did with simethicone, I wrote down the normal temperature for a bunny, so you can see, and then I also wrote anything below 38 degrees is an emergency, and the normal temperature, as you can see, is 38.3 degrees Celsius to 39.4. And also it's good to have Vaseline, which is used for lubrication. So we put some Vaseline on this end tip and put the thermometer in the rectum, so in the back, on the bottom, and that will kind of help to glide it in. And then you can take the temperature. It's good to take the temperature twice, just in case, you know, to get better result, to see if it actually is accurate. These are quite accurate in general, but you know, you have to take plus or minus 0.1. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I have. It's not that much, but obviously some of it might come in handy sometimes. So I highly recommend you having one and getting some of the things. You don't have to get all of them. Some things are just there because I wanted them to be in the first aid kit. Some of the things you don't have to have, like this cup. It's just something I prefer to do when I clean the scent glands. But the one thing I do highly recommend is definitely simethicone, hot water bottle, and obviously keep in your freezer, critical care, and thermometer, and the Vaseline, some syringes, and I think pretty much the rest is like, you don't have to, but I want to. So I definitely recommend at least those things to keep in there. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. I hope it was helpful and useful for you. In UK today is very sunny, so I hope you enjoy the weather as well. Hope you are well, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.